Irene Cara.
Hi, Mickey.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Welcome to New York.
Yeah, it's great to be back home.
Oh, come on, let's go in. We got a lot to do today.
Hi, New York. Don't go anywhere. Profiles is coming right up.
Welcome to Profiles. I'm Tiffany Walker. This week's guest is singer, songwriter, and actress Irene Cara. Irene catapulted to stardom in 1980 when she won the role of Coco Hernandez in the box office smash Fame. She would also make Academy Award history, becoming the only performer ever to sing 2 Academy-nominated songs, Fame and Out There on My Own, in one evening. After a short break, we'll join our host, Mickey Burns, as he welcomes the talented Irene Cara to Profiles. Welcome back to Profiles. In 1983, Irene added to her stardom, winning an Academy Award for Best Original Song when she wrote and sang Flashdance, What a Feeling for the hit movie. The song would go on to become a #1 record, and later that year earned Cara a Grammy Award. Recently, Flashdance, What a Feeling ranked number 67 on VH1's 100 Greatest Dance Hits. So let's join our host, Mickey Burns, on location at Ashford and Simpson Sugar Bar in the heart of New York City as he welcomes singer Irene Cara to Profiles.
Irene Cara.
Hi, Mickey.
Welcome to our show, Profiles.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Of course, for our viewers, singer, songwriter, producer, actress, all of those things and more. We have to go back to 1980 when you were catapulted into stardom and a singing career with your performance as Coco Hernandez in Fame.
Seems like only yesterday.
I bet it does.
Yeah, okay, time keeps moving forward, and it seems like really last week, you know.
Sure.
Time moves fast. But, well, I had a small recording career before that. I mean, I worked a lot as a background singer in my teens, and I did a lot of children's albums.
I know that.
You know, the various shows I was in, you know, we had albums for the various plays I was in, and I did a few Christmas albums.
Sure, you were a child star,
actually. I was a working child actress.
And from your performance in Fame, what you did do was you inspired and motivated a generation of young people to become involved in the performing arts. Were you aware of that?
I wasn't aware that it would be what it's become at the time, you know, but I've been as far away as England, and
sure.
You know, I've heard of schools in Liverpool that have opened up for the performing arts, and so many of my fans tell me from all over the country and all over the world that they've become dancers, choreographers, or professionals in the entertainment industry because of the inspiration of that film.
And of course, Fame would go on to make also Academy Award history, which I wasn't aware of. It was the first time that 2 songs from one film were nominated in the same category.
For Best Original Song,
yeah,
right? Fame and Out Here on My Own.
Which is a great ballad.
Yeah, I was lucky I got to sing them both.
Did you realize at the time that they would be these legendary songs that they would evolve into?
No. You never, I mean, you always have a good feeling, you have a sense of the energy at the time you're working, but you never know what it's going to mean 10, 20 years down the line.
Right. Additionally, you're the only person ever to sing 2 nominated songs in one evening in the Academy Awards.
Right, we did it like a medley. They arranged it that way, the producers and directors of the show. They did a good job with it, so.
Sure did. And of course, currently, you're working, recording with your new band titled Hot Caramel,
yep,
which is a 9-piece, all-female band that includes singers, musicians, writers, and producers.
Yeah, I wanted to do a record this time that made that kind of a statement. I didn't want to just come out with, you know, an Irene Cara record after so many years. Like, who cares? You know, I wanted to say something that I felt was important to say right about now. And that's basically that women in music can be about a lot more than just, you know, the midriff, the belly button, the bleached hair, the lip syncing.
Yeah, which is the way it seems to be going
You know,
today.
I wanted to make a statement that women in music can be sexy and alluring and, and fabulous and hip and cool and be about music. Be about really just the music.
Yeah, and I read a quote by you about your new project, your new band. You said it's nothing more complicated than beautiful women doing beautiful music.
That's pretty much it in a nutshell. You know, we're not really carrying any hip-hop banner, or we're not doing the grunge thing. You know, we're not doing gimmick stuff. You know, we're just, you know, a collection of women that I've handpicked from across the country that are the baddest and the best players, singers, writers. They all write, they all produce, they play their little caramel behinds off. You know, these are serious musicians.
I know that.
And this is what I wanted to say with this record.
Sure, and you also said about your new band, you said, I would love Hot Caramel to be the pop R&B version of the Dixie Chicks.
Exactly, exactly. Because, you know, in terms of all the performing arts schools around the country, there are many young girls who are studying to play an instrument, or, you know, violin, guitar, whatever, oboe, flute, horn. They have no role models in pop music today.
No.
I mean, outside of country and the Dixie Chicks. So that's what I hope that we can be for them, and for, you know, young boys as well. Just, you know, that music needs to get back to its organic roots. We create what you're hearing. It's not like we're ripping other people's records off. And, you know, I mean, that's been done to the max. And it's gotten to a point, for me anyway, personally, where it's played out. You know, you got to go somewhere else now.
Yep,
and for me, it's to go back to the roots of real organic music that's rooted in ability.
A little history, Irene Cara history. You are a native of New York City.
Yes.
You're here in the Big
Born
Apple
and
today,
raised, yeah.
South Bronx.
Yes.
Mom, Louise,
Yes.
was Cuban American.
Yeah.
Dad, Caspar.
Gaspar. Like the king, the African, the three kings.
And he was Afro-Puerto Rican, and
Yes.
from what I understand, somebody told me he was quite a sax player.
My dad was part of a big merengue band.
That's what I heard.
In the 50s. They brought the merengue to this country.
Really?
Yes. They had the first big merengue hit on the top 40 Latin charts.
All right.
And, you know, first, before that was the mambo, and then after my dad's band, there was the merengue, which of course is now a staple in Latin music.
Always. Now, you recorded, we talked a little bit before about your early experiences in show business, but you recorded your first record by age 8.
I did a Spanish album.
Amazing.
That was my first record as a solo artist.
Right.
As an 8-year-old. Everything was in Spanish, and it was done for a very prominent Latin label.
You must have been real popular on your block.
I was. I was the little princess of the South Bronx.
I bet you were. And by age 10, you were starring in Off-Broadway.
About 8 was, you know, after that album is when I made the transition from the Latin market to the American market. So very young. I mean, I'd been on the stage since I was 5, 6 years old. A lot of times I danced and sang with my dad's band. I did Spanish television in Jersey, in Newark.
So by the time Fame, you got the big break in Fame, you were really a show business veteran by that time. I mean, you wouldn't...
Yeah, a lot of people don't like to think that, you know, because they like to think that a certain project makes you, you know, and they don't like to hear... I mean, I got a lot of flack for that when I, you know, in my late teens with Fame coming out, because, you know, I would tell the truth about the years that I'd put in before that, and the work I'd done as a child, the work I'd done as a teenage actress in television with projects like Roots and, you know, various movies of the week that I starred in with very prominent, especially African American actors of that time. They didn't want to hear it. You know, they just, you know, it's like, oh, she's coming off like the little veteran brat, you know. And I wasn't trying to. I was just mainly being honest about my life and my career.
So it wasn't an accident when that break came along. You were kind of ready for it.
I think so.